It's going through, so you can see out in the sun, it actually looks a lot better, a lot more. It is a little discolored from your hood to the exterior. You know, there's a few little rock chips, but in the actual windshield, there's really not. And overall, the body is in really good shape. There are just a few little scratches that you do have throughout, you know, just right there. It's 110,000 miles, so it's gonna be expected overall, but this thing actually shows really, really well. I'm gonna also just grab the keys real quick. I was trying to keep it cold for us, but I wanna show you how this does fully work too, because this is just one of the really cool things about these. So that goes down and up, just like it should. I'm also doing one more thing for you. So in here, it is just a little, this handle, just kind of pull it up pretty hard, and then that does work as well. It's kind of coming up here. You can just undo that and get that kind of buckled in there. But other than that, hey, this thing is set to go. Again, 115 degrees today, so it's a nice little platform of weather and testing and durability on this. But again, overall, nothing crazy. Might have just a few little kind of scratches on it. And then there's just one little kind of dinger right there as well. One other thing that I said I was going to do is give you the engine while it's running. So I will get this started. And just let you hear this running. I really try to go through all of these videos to make sure that, you know, you're seeing it as how I would want to see it, or if I was purchasing a car, whether sight unseen. This is why I give you the pictures and the videos, to really just go through in full transparency with all these cars. Hey guys, it's Hutch, Classic Car Addict, Mesa, Arizona. I got a brand new addiction for you. This is a 1995 Ford Bronco XL 4-wheel drive. It's got the big 5.8 liter V8. Thing is actually really in good shape. What we're gonna do is go through the exterior, go through the interior, and take you on a test drive. Stay tuned. All right guys, we are going over this 1995 Ford Bronco. It's got the 5.8 liter, and we're just gonna go through in here and show you a little bit before we get into the test drive. So you can see here, you know, the paint is not perfect. Little bit of color difference from that hood over here. This is more of your factory style paint, just probably a little bit of kind of hazing going on with the paint, so that was repainted. You can see down here, I mean, this is all in actual really good shape. There's a few little scratches that you can kind of see in through here, that some of them might even buff out a little bit, but overall it just kind of is what it is with this one. It's just a really good Bronco. Obviously it's the XL, and you can see here all the way throughout, it's actually shows really well. And also with Broncos, they bring crazy amounts of money, and this one's going to be priced really well for you. So you can see here, just going through all the little defects that it has. A little bit of paint issue right there with just a little bit of a dent into the paint itself. And again, the hood was repainted. That windshield looks to be and appears to be newer, because obviously there's not too many rock chips in it and there's no big cracks. And on the top, again, little bit of kind of spotting in the paint there. Not perfect, but it is in good shape and shows well. The white top also does show well, and you can tell that has been repainted along with that top side and the hood. And then we'll get into the interior here in a little bit. Just want to show you all the way throughout the exterior, and then get down into the rims and tires. Usually we do this outside, but it is like 115 degrees. So we're gonna give this to you right here on the inside, and then we'll go through just a little bit on the outside as well, out in the sun, but just not as detailed. So tires there, they're in good shape, 235, 75, 15, and there you go. That's nice and free for the four-wheel drive. Tread's in good shape. And let's see what DOT's got for us. DOT, I can't decode that off the top of my head, so I'll try to get that and throw that in the video for you. But little speck right there. Again, not perfect, but in really good shape. And you can see here, undercarriage shows really pretty well as well with that. And tires, they maybe be a little bit older. They don't look brand new. Yeah, it looks like that might be, I don't know if that's a 2015 or if that's going to be 11. We'll double check. Looks like we're square all the way around. Again, decent tread left. They do look a little bit older. Not really any dry rot on that tread though. Let's get over to the other one here. And then, and all kind of matching all the way around, it looks like. Rims are in good shape. Again, tread depth is good. And then we'll get right here as well. And that looks and appears to be just the same. Maybe the back one's a little bit better. But overall, hey, pretty good shape. Now we'll get into the engine. We'll go into the interior here in just a minute. AC is blowing cold, so that's a good thing. And you can see just preview of the interior, it's in good shape. Now remember, we have over 300 photos all online that you can see in detail on this vehicle, including the undercarriage and all of the other little kind of intricate parts that it has. Now, in the test ride, we'll have this running, but just to show you, it's actually in good shape. Shows right there really well, really nice. AC, power brakes, power steering, and again, just shows really well. And we'll get that running for you on the startup and test drive, and then we'll show you and get under the engine compartment outside as well. Now get into the interior. So this is vinyl here, matching all the way through. It's actually in good shape. It's got the rubber floor, 95 airbag, horn works, rear window does work as well, and the AC. I could not get the stereo to fully turn on, but this is manual windows. They go up and down smooth. And there for that. And then let's get here in the rear. Show you all there. So that goes down. It's got a spare in there. Tire iron. You can see, look, headliner, all in good shape. Shows really, really well. Really nice and dry with that. I like that. That shuts well. And I'll show you that back glass here in just a minute. And then here, let's get into the window. Window works. There is a little crack right here on the dash. That's about it. This is actually, this right here is fully replaceable itself, not the whole dash. So I'd like to have it, if I'm gonna have a crack, I'd like to have it there rather than on the plastic piece. Left compartment there. I mean, overall, everything works. Really good shape. Let's get into the test drive. All right, click it or ticket. Horn works. We got, let's see, we got wipers. Lights work. We just went over all of the lights. Rear window. That does work. Up and down, and you guys saw earlier with the these are manual windows here for the side. Radio Radio works. AC is blowing cold, or I wouldn't be doing this today. Four-wheel drive, we will get out and try the four-wheel drive up the incline of gravel. Let's just get right into the test drive itself. It is just a little sloppy, like most of them are. So when you go to reverse, it's a little just right in between there, you can see. But other than that, everything else, yeah, it's just a little sloppy right there, but hey, it's got a little aftermarket USB charger there. This is the XL, so it's not loaded up with power windows. Basically, power windows and carpet is really one of the bigger things, and then you get power locks and your power mirrors. So this just doesn't have that convenience package, but overall, this thing is a really nice one. Well, because the AC is blowing nice and cool, you can tell I'm not sweating, so that is a plus. Also, it's RPM, your tachometer you'd get in like your XLT, and then they had the Eddie Bauer, which had leather. This is vinyl and rubber carpet, but hey, again, this thing actually drives out really well. All the gauges are working on it just like it should. It's so hot, we did the interior walk around and the exterior walk around inside, but we will just go down here just to get you a quick shot around so that you can see the exterior out in the sunlight. Now remember, we do these videos to make sure you can see them in full transparency, so that's why we want to make sure, even with all of the heat, we want to make sure that you can see how these vehicles are. So I'd love a vehicle that's got cold AC, isn't overheating, when it's 115 degrees out. A lot of times if they go outside of Arizona, you never really get that type of temperature, but if it can withstand that, then it's going to kind of survive everywhere else. That's why a lot of the proving grounds are actually just right here in Phoenix metropolitan kind of areas on the outskirts, so they can do all of the testing. But it's got the 5.8 liter, they're 205 horsepower, 275 foot-pounds of torque. It's got the overhead cam, 16 valve. I mean, overall, it's actually a really good engine. Is it high horsepower? No, but they're actually pretty torquey. And about 14 miles per gallon, I think, is what the kind of average is on them. If you're buying one of these for fuel economy, then obviously you're buying the wrong vehicle. But now remember, we have over 300 photos. We have online financing, nationwide transport, all ClassicCarAddict.com. This thing actually runs out really well. Sometimes these ones that are, priced really well, they run so good just because they're so well maintained. 110,000 miles. And hey, it's a good deal. Now, the last thing we'll kind of do is we will get the four-wheel drive. Obviously, we don't have a big steep embankment, but I'll at least let you know four-wheel drive does work. We'll get this engaged. Four-wheel drive high. We got four-wheel drive there. Obviously, this does have your lockers, but we don't need to lock these up. Yeah. Hey, there we go. It engages, disengages really well. That's the good thing with this one. Next is going to be the undercarriage. Alright guys, we're getting under this 1996 Ford Bronco XL four-wheel drive. It's got the 5.8 liter 4-speed automatic transmission, and this thing is really pretty. Someone had some fun with it. Obviously, it's spent its majority of its life here in Arizona, but it did spend a little bit of time up north, and you can see here just from a little bit of that surface oxidation, semi-rust, but there's no rot going through whatsoever on here. It's actually in really good shape. shows up well. You know, a little bit of seepage with some oil, but that's going to be expected for 110,000 miles. Everything is actually in pretty good shape. It runs out really well. Four-wheel drive works. AC blows cold. This thing's ready to go. ClassicCarAddict.com.